Hi everybody, it's Claire back with a very quick art journal video. So this is a really simple page. Sometimes just creating something really quickly, something pretty simple, is a great way to just have a little bit of fun in your art journal. So I'm using some postcards from Darkroom Door. These really bold monochromatic images, they're great, quite stunning when they're on the page. So I'm going to be starting off with a piece of ledger paper, from the typed ledger papers from Dina Wakley. I'm just tearing those edges just so they look a bit more rough, really, a bit less perfect. I'm going to be sticking this down onto my page. So you'll notice that to start off with, I stick it in the middle and then decide that it would be better moved over to the side a bit more. So, you know, if you stick something in place or do something and you don't feel it's right, don't be afraid to move it. So this did leave a bit of glue on my page, but it didn't really matter. It didn't affect anything else that I really wanted to do afterwards. So sticking that back in place and just making sure it's all stuck down. And this is the Friendship stencil from Darkroom Door, and I'm just using a bit of acrylic spray through my stencil. I did have my window open when I did this, so you do need to be a little bit careful with these sprays because they are quite strong in the sense of the odour that they leave behind. And then I didn't want to waste the acrylic spray that was on the stencil, so I got a piece of plain collage tissue paper from Dina Wakley. I'm just going to take a print from that. You can see how lovely that's soaking through, and then that goes into my I've got a little drawer that's got all bits of printed tissue paper in there for using another time. Look at that, it's really cool, isn't it? I was really pleased with how that came out. Sometimes the prints you get off stencils are as good as the stenciling, so just worth remembering. And then I am going in with the Circles for Painting stencil, and of course my favourite pink from Amsterdam Acrylic. It's the Permanent Red Violet Light. I'm just adding a few circles at the top left hand corner and the bottom right hand corner, just to help how the page flows, so that it connects the image that's going to go in the middle through to the top and bottom of the page. And it creates that, it sort of leads your eye through the page as well. So you can see so far there aren't many elements to this page. There's the collage paper, a bit of stenciling, some more paint. So this is like a little pop of colour. And then I'm just going in and doing some scribbly lines around the outside of those circles, just to define those a bit better. And for once, I have left lots of craft space on my page, which is most unlike me, as you know. I often like to fill up my pages completely. Then I'm just using a bit of double-sided tape just to pop a bit on the back of that postcard, and that's going to get stuck onto my page. And this is a texture stamp from Darkroom Door with some fabulous spotty, they're almost like leopard spots on them. And I'm just going to add a bit of that stamping to the bottom and top of my page as well, using some black archival ink. And then I'm finishing off by adding a quote from the typed ledger papers from Dina Wakley. So this ties together with the collage paper that's underneath the image. And I'm just going to cut the quote into pieces and then stick that onto the postcard. And really, I think that is pretty much all that I did for this page. It was really quite a simple page to pull together. So sometimes, you know, you don't have to set out thinking you're going to create any sort of masterpiece, just to have a little bit of a play, just to play with a focal point and a quote, some words, a bit of stenciling, job done. And sometimes, you know, you can break the rules. You don't even have to go with a focal point. You can just enjoy the process of stenciling onto your page and creating lots and lots of layers. You don't even have to have a focal point. So there's a radical thought. Yeah, so I'm just using my little fine applicator tip bottle with the clear glue in just to stick these little bits of quote into place. And then we'll call that done. Nice and easy. So just to remind you, the postcard image was from Darkroom Door, as was the stencil, the word stencil. The circular one was from Dina Wakley, and the dotty stamp, that was also from Darkroom Door. So thanks for watching. I hope you found some inspiration in this really simple page, and I hope to see you again soon.